Hi there, I'm the Hairy Hippo, long time no see, how have you been? How you been? So today's video is a lore video, which for those of you who haven't seen my style of lore narration, is basically a layman's interpretation of the topic. I'm the kind of guy that will talk to you about things and then hopefully inspire you to go and look into it more. Experience the lore for yourself, because that's what keeps me going during content droughts, exploring the past. So without further ado, let's crack on with this lore topic. Frostmourne. Anyone who's ever played World of Warcraft for any real length of time knows what Frostmourne is. To put it bluntly, unlike itself, Frostmourne is a two-handed longsword. It's not just any sword though, it belonged to two Lich Kings. The easiest way I could describe Frostmourne is that the Lich King had two key tools in his possessions. One being a suit of armour, which featured the Helm of Domination, and the other is the two-hander, Frostmourne. They kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly, or fish fingers and custard. Trust me, it works, I've tested it, thank you Doctor Who, I appreciate that. It's probably one of those meals that I will forever enjoy without ever realising I was going to ever enjoy it before that show. It's genius. Absolute genius. Anyway. The armour and the weapon were made by a big scary demon lord by the name of kil'jaeden. He was officially the supreme commander of the Burning Legion, also known as the scary evil demons that terrorize the universe. So yeah, he was kind of a big deal. Anyway, kil'jaeden decided to transform a lovely orc, and by lovely I mean an orc who loved fell magic and was all about the funky green fireballs and warlockery. Yeah, warlockery. Yeah, that's now a word. Yeah, I'm sorry. I sidetracked a little bit there, but yeah, it's definitely now a word, okay? Anyway, he turned the lovely orc ner'zhul into a Lich King, essentially using necromancy and the armies of the undead as a way to attack Azeroth and having ner'zhul as kil'jaeden's puppet. So that's how he was basically working it out. So he got this lovely orc who was all about the warlockery, and he goes, hey, you, I'm not sure I like you, so we're going to turn you into some kind of Lich King, you're going to be my puppet, you're going to control dead people, and you can go do whatever we want. That's how kil'jaeden was looking at it. So long story short, kil'jaeden did some funky demonic sorcery and tore apart ner'zhul's spirit and stuffed it into this armour and sword so that he could become the Lich King. Therefore, control the undead masses and do some evil shenanigans. Because who doesn't want evil shenanigans? If you're an evil, creature, demon thing, then evil shenanigans is the way forward. It's what you do. It just comes hand in hand, alright? It just comes in hand. Trust me, that's what they do. It's not like you're going to get an evil thing and go, yep, that's it. I'm going to do good stuff now. It doesn't happen that often. It's a very rare case. A very rare case. I'm sorry. Now, just to give a heads up, ner'zhul's body was pretty much gone, blammo. It's just not around. So kil'jaeden's got this suit of armour and a sword, all soaked up in this orc spirit. So what does he decide to do? Have it all shoved away into an icy tomb that was called the Frozen Throne. Ooh, yes, the Frozen Throne. They're very creative with these names. They're very, very, very creative with these names, you know, icy things and Frostmournes and, Helm of Domination. It's stereotypical, but still awe-inspiring at the same time. I don't know how that works, but it kind of does, and it always has. So we're going to go with it anyway. Oh, side note, the armor and the sword were made by a lesser, but actually still quite significant lore species by the name of the ner'zhul. Here's one of them on the screen for you now, so you got a reference. Just in case you couldn't tell, it's also a demon. Yeah, there's a few of them around. There's different types of demons. We're going to have to get into that one day. We'll do maybe a video on each type of demon type or something like that. That'd be kind of cool to do. I'm definitely interested in doing something like that. Let me know in the description below if that's something you'd be interested in, by the way, because I'm more than happy to do that kind of thing. Me and my brother have been doing a fair amount of research on some topics recently, and it'd be kind of a cool one to do, I think. Just segregating each army type, as it were, for the Burning Legion. That'd be kind of cool to do, and what they do and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me know in the description below if that's something that might tickle your fantasy. Where was I anyway? Oh yeah, so sword and armor made, shoved in a freezer with a throne. Cool. ner'zhul wasn't a happy bunny with all this happening, so he didn't want to be some pawn of the demonic army, so he decided to use all of his power to basically push the sword through the ice so that it was revealed and ready to be taken a hold of. Instead of being hidden away, essentially. By pushing the sword, I mean he used his actual powers to do this, not physical prowess because, well, he's got no body. this is magical stuff we're dealing with here. No, you know, you need to suspend the disbelief a little bit here. He's just using like his mental like ooh abilities, and it's like ooh, there we go, pushed it through the ice. Look, shiny. Long story short, yet again, sword got shoved out of the ice. An undead minion or two picked up the sword, and through the impeccable power of mind control that ner'zhul had over the undead, he told them to put it in a shiny cave and guard it with a guardian by the call that was basically called like Reverent or Revenant. Revenant. They're called Revenants. That's the one. Yes, we got it. It's a long day, all right. It's been a long day. While all this was happening, ner'zhul was using his mind games and the undead to take over the land of Lordaeron to help find someone he could use as an agent, like a physical body to wear the armor and wield the sexy sword. The person he handpicked out for this was Arthas Menethil. I don't know if you know who Arthas is, but he's quite a funky character. Here's a picture of him. Arthas' story is a whole other bag of lore that has so much coverage on YouTube, I don't think I could ever do it justice. But needless to say, basically, Arthas got all angry about the undead, chased a key figure to the lands of Northrend in hopes to defeat the Scourge and save the world. Arthas lands on Northrend, a desolate continent of ice and snow, as far as the eye could see, basically. It's just like everywhere. It's everywhere. Although when you play World of Warcraft, it's kind of not everywhere. It's a confusing time, but it's yeah, in Warcraft 3, it's like snows everywhere. It's all very snowy place, Northrend. Yeah. So when he lands on this island, he then stumbles across a dwarf he's known for like absolute years, by the name of Moreira Bronzebeard. So they come across a shiny cave, guarded by a guardian and revenants and all those kind of jibber jabbers, and totally thought, you know, hey, we should go check it out. Why not? Because why wouldn't you? Dead people in front of a shiny cave, you're trying to kill dead things, you know, they might have something in there. Let's go have a look. Because that just feels like one of those kind of movie moments where everybody's screaming like, don't go in the cave. Why are you going in the cave? If I was you, I'd be running away. But no, this is movie mode, so they're going in. They're going to go check it out. So the Keepers of the Blade were like, nah, don't come in here. Oh, there's a funky cool looking sword with a ram's head on it and it's all cursed and stuff. You definitely don't want to be taking this. I mean, yeah, it could help with defeating the Scourge and all that, but you definitely don't want to go in here and take it. Don't do it, Arthas. So what does Arthas do? He's like, yeah, I'll gladly bear any curse to save my homeland. And then as soon as he said that, the sword shattered from its icy bonds and was ready to be wielded. You know, shame that a big shard of that ice shot itself into Moreira Bronzebeard, but you know, accidents happen, sacrifices must be made. If you have to sacrifice your best friend, dwarfy person, just to have a nice shiny sword. I mean, I've done a lot worse in my time when I've been doing raiding, okay? I have sacrificed many a friend to make sure I can get some loot. So, I know where you're coming from on this one, Arthas. So from there on, Arthas could hear whispers of ner'zhul and, you know, started taking the Spirit Orc suggestions on. You know, it's like ner'zhul's like niggling in the back of his mind going, you should do this, be my puppet. And Arthas is like, yeah, alright, let's do it. I'm quite happy to be your puppet. Sounds like a lot of fun. Let's do puppet things. I mean, that's probably a slight exaggeration. He's more like, I'm sure he had some form of resistance, but I'm just feeling like it's a Muppet show right now in his head. Again, this is a layman's interpretation. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a layman's interpretation. This isn't like, you know, seething, going into like the intricacies of how all this works. You know, I'm just explaining it as best as I can. So with all the suggestions and basically slowly converting, although I say slowly, it was pretty quick in all fairness, he basically became the thing he was trying to defeat, leader of the Scourge, you know. So he went to go kill the Scourge leaders and kill all the Scourge stuff, and inevitably end up becoming the Scourge leader, you know. So I think we need to insert a dun 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 kind of thing here. Can someone who's an editor do that for me? Oh wait, I'm the editor. I'll do it. Or I'll find something close to it. Oh, he also had to put the Helmet of Domination on to become the Lich King. But we're trying to talk about the sword here. Just, you know, the helm's cool and all that, but it's all about the sword. Who, you know, if you had an option in loot to talk about whether it's a helm or a sword, I'm pretty sure most people would want to talk about the sword. You know, look at this shiny sword. This is my sword. You know, not this. Look at this shiny helm. It's called Dominator. You know, it just, that opens up a can of worms you just don't want to go down, does it, you know? So during the Wrath of the Lich King expansion, we as heroes venture our way through Icecrown Citadel, fight a load of trash, and then confront Arthas with Tyrion Fordring. So back in those days, Tyrion was a bit of a holier-than-thou art character, but he was still cool enough. He wielded another badass sword by the name of Ashbringer, which will be coming in a future video, by the way, so be sure to check that one out. It's going to be a fairly good video, that one, I think. I think so. I think that's going to be shiny pictures and everything. It's going to be glorious. So we fought Arthas. It was a big and lengthy roleplay session, and in the final blows, the Ashbringer and Frostmourne smashed into each other as their owners fought each other. Because, you know, there was 25 of us at the time, but apparently that doesn't count. We basically made him weak, and then Tyrion stole the kill. It was like some kind of Call of Duty thing going on. It's like, you stole my kill! Damn you, Tyrion, you stole you kill stealing. I don't know what that noise was, by the way, but we're doing it. But yeah, the two swords hit each other and Frostmourne shattered. It was the weaker blade out of the two, essentially. And that's pretty much the life of Frostmourne. After the expansion, shards of the sword were reforged into other weapons to help the Death Knights class during the Legion expansion. So that's basically about it, really. So the funky thing about Frostmourne is that when it kills someone, that person's soul would be entrapped and consumed within the blade itself, causing it to grow stronger, basically. With all the killing and bloodshed it was a part of, this thing was pretty much godlike. But obviously not godlike enough to defeat the Ashbringer. Maybe it's a different type of steel, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much what Frostmourne is all about. It was an epic weapon wielded by an epic lore character during Warcraft 3 up until the end of Icecrown Citadel raid in Wrath, which was a pretty epic expansion if I do say so myself. And I know there's some bone of contention with that one. A lot of people are like, Wrath was the start of the death of WoW, and yeah, we're still going strong. I mean, relatively strong, but we're still going relatively strong as, you know, as the expansions keep going. Very much looking forward to Shadowlands, by the way. Woohoo! And with that, I just want to thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please push the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just really does help the channel. It really does. Just getting the name out there and having people enjoy this strange way of looking at lore that I seem to have. Although technically correct, we do fact check on the odd occasion. And I think we're pretty good with this fact checking on this episode. So yeah, thank you again everybody for being here. I really do appreciate it. I've been the Hairy Hippo. Feel free to catch me on Twitch. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. Links are in the description below. Please feel free to join in. We play a bit of World of Warcraft. We play some other bits and bats, but majority of the gameplay is World of Warcraft. And to be fair, we're very, very dirty, stinky, smelly kind of horde style people over there, which is a lot of fun to be, not gonna lie. Who wants to be Alliance nowadays? It's all about the horde. Okay, I have played Alliance. I digress. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. I hope you've had a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.